State conducting a field study on the history of consciousness.
We are going to be asking people a series of questions.
The first question we're going to ask people is what they believe it means to be modern. We picked this because we want to know how their answers vary with the ones that we decided in class, and it's a very hard question to answer, so we're excited to see how that's going to turn out.
Our next question is going to be if they are familiar with the names Sigmund Freud and Rudolf Steiner. We chose this because they are the masters of psychology, and we wanted to see if their answers correlate with the future questions. We also will be seeing what they know about these two people,
because that might be really funny. And we're also going to ask if they're team nature or team nurture, because this is a very famous philosophical question and it definitely shows a lot about the person.
And lastly, we will be asking what they think life after death is, or if there is a life after death.
So let's get started!
Not having a closed mind about things, keeping an open mind, trying new things.
Wow.
Maybe the way that I think about things, the way that I structure my thought nowadays based on maybe capital and revolving around money. That makes me modern, because I think society became very modern after the introduction of the capitalist system as we define modernism, and like buildings and those things. So I guess that would be what makes me modern, is all this stuff right here. You know, I'm not running around loincloth and then I want to be modern. So I guess these physical things, all these little tangible items make me modern, by definition.
I guess, I'm not sure.
I just think it means to be like up to date with like what's going on right now. So if you were like not modern, you'd be like stuck in like the 1960s. So modern's to be like up to date with like technology and stuff in 2012.
Let's see, what it takes to be modern. Probably not the best person to be asked.
Progression is what I think is modern. What's going on today, keeping up with the time, staying ahead with current events, what's going on in the world. Not necessarily the newest fashions, the newest iPhone, the newest electronics, but just basically what's going on in the world when it deals with sociology, psychology, the way how human development works. That's what modern needs to be.
I guess following new trends and
just keeping up with new things, new movies. You know, I guess it depends on what your interests are, mainly, but
Maybe the way they walk, I think I can tell.
Depend on technology, depend on being able to just go to the store and buy something, getting fat, lazy, polluting the world. A lot of bad things, honestly.
Oh man. I've just heard the names. I don't really know. I want to say, is it like artists?
Psychologists. Close.
Psychologists? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Sigmund Freud. Okay, and then Rudolf. Sigmund Freud sounds familiar.
What do I know about him? A couple different things. He was some sort of a psychologist guy. He also, as I understand it, liked sex a lot, or didn't like it, but liked to study that idea a lot, and some things about phallic symbols and Freudian slips and saying different things like that. But I believe that he was like studied a lot of development, human development, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I know they were great philosophers. I didn't really read up on them too much. I know that they're great philosophers. That's about the extent of what I can tell you without.
you know, had some new theories.
Okay.
Interesting, different theories from what the norm was.
It's been a while since I've been in school, but yeah.
Well, I think they do have a personality, but ultimately their personality depends on how they were raised and what example their parents set for them.
I think it's nurture.
Nurture.
So I think that it's the way you're brought up. Nurture.
Team nature or team nurture? Because we gotta pick teams. I'm team in between Z.
Can you expand a little bit on that?
I feel that you can't deny that there are certain things like biologically that are different between people. Like males overall have a larger body mass and more muscle and these things, but I don't necessarily think that biological difference is determinant of our behavioral reactions. So I don't know which side to pick because I don't know how much it matters. So that's something I just like to look into, but I don't know if just because guys have more mass it makes them more aggressive, or just because males produce more testosterone at certain times it makes them more aggressive, because testosterone affects you different ways at different times when you're a male. It doesn't always make you aggressive. So it's hard for me to pick a team because I know that there's different elements, but since I'm sociology major, you know, if I have to pick a team, we got to go with team nurture.
I think it's a bit of both. Yeah, because we're only humans and we're animals, so we do the same things that animals do. They go off of nature and then they go off their parents and the process they were brought up.
Nature. Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna edit that, right?
I don't know. That's something I've been kind of questioning myself. I was raised Catholic, so I've grown up thinking that there's heaven and just a better life after. But I'm not really set on what I really believe.
I guess, yeah, I believe in life after death, like spiritual, like that there's spirits and stuff.
I think there's life after death.
I believe fully in reincarnation, that if you don't get it right within a certain number of times, then you're stuck in purgatory. Or stuck here as a spirit.
Damn,
It's okay.
shit, I want to be born again to somewhere else at least, on another planet.
Yeah.
Life after death. I hope it's great. I hope it's a lot better than life. You know, otherwise, my savior's gonna have some explaining to do. I didn't mean that, but no. I think it's gonna be a beautiful thing from my belief system and from what I was taught to believe is that it's definitely nothing to be afraid of. It's something that, you know, I wouldn't say I look forward to, but I definitely hope the best for it.
I think you really want to make the best of the time you have on Earth, but and be a good person, I think, in general. And if there is something after life, you might be a good candidate.
Analyzing our data, we came up with a variety of conclusions. Oh, and when we asked what it meant to be modern, some people didn't even know what the word modern meant, so it was interesting to hear their answer. But something we noticed was that people's perception of what it means to be modern has changed like a lot just through our generation to our parents' generation had said something along the terms of that people have to adapt to change, whereas all the younger people related modern with technology. So we decided that the history of consciousness has changed because of the generations throughout the generations, based on the difference between the older people's answers and the younger people's answers. And pretty much no one knew who Rudolf Steiner was, which definitely means they either need to get out more or Rudolf Steiner should have gone to a little bit more parties and mixers when he was alive. He's still alive. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Okay, this is bad.